Greetings everyone and welcome to day number 219. As you can see, I'm back in the United States, safely out of Ukraine, back through Poland, into France, now into Boston. Unfortunately, I'm going to be sitting here for a while because I had quite an adventure coming through customs. I'm going to explain that to you in just a moment. As well, today is the day of the Russian annexation, which was announced with the party in Moscow and all of those things. We're going to talk about that a little bit. In fact, we're going to hear from President Zelenskyy about that directly. In addition, there was a huge strike on a humanitarian convoy aid group there in Zaparozhia. Many of you reached out because you were not sure when I was leaving the country and was that us, and thank God it wasn't us, but on the other side, it's just terrible, and further indications of why we must stick together, we must work together, and we must win this war. I want to start the update tonight by saying thank you. Thank you for all of your support, especially when I was there on the ground. It was always wonderful to see your comments and your messages. It was very encouraging. To be quite honest with you, Zhenya and I are completely out of gas. Most likely, probably going to take tomorrow night and Sunday night off. It'll be the first 2 nights we've taken off since the war started, but we've got to recharge. So the plan is to recharge and be back rolling on Monday, which would be day 222. Now, of course, if anything crazy happens, we'll definitely put a 9 o'clock update up, 9 o'clock Eastern. But other than that, we both need to rest a little bit. Zhenya called me a little while ago and he says, man, I just made a mistake. I said, what's the mistake? He says, I left the hotel and he's preparing to travel to spend some time with his family, his wife and his children that he's not seen in so long. I said, man, forced break. And all of our team there, 12 to 14 guys, I put them on a forced break for a couple of weeks just to recharge. They go every day 24/7. So that's what we're doing right now, rest and get prepared for the next run. But Zhenya called me just a little while ago. He says, man, I'm so tired. I said, what happened? He goes, I lost my passport. I said, what? How do you lose your passport? He goes, well, I didn't lose it. I didn't know where it was. I said, well, that means you lost it. He goes, yeah, but I knew it had to be most likely at the hotel or somewhere else I had been today and had to show it. And I said, you saw it? He goes, yeah, I left it at the hotel. I said, man, you never do stuff like that. He goes, I'm out of gas. I said, I understand you, buddy. I'm out of gas as well. But with that said, huge day today on 219 with all of the things that are happening. I want to start tonight by telling you that I'm not really sure what happened when I got to Boston, but I'm going to give you a 60, 90 second update on what happened to me today in Boston, as well as what happened to Jody, who was running with me for 3 weeks there, did a great job providing security. I arrived today into Boston, and this is why I'm sitting here. I should already be home in Pittsburgh, but I arrived in Boston, got off the plane, came down to do passport control. As soon as I handed my passport to the border agent, he says, Mrs. Terry, please step aside. I said, okay, no problem. I've done this hundreds of times. And he goes, a guy's coming to get you. I said, what guy's coming to get me? He says, an officer. I said, okay. And what would that be for? He goes, because you were in Ukraine. I said, I didn't tell you I was in Ukraine. He goes, we know where everybody's at. I said, okay. I said, well, why are you talking to me? He goes, because you're in Ukraine. I said, okay, I'll be glad to talk to him. So this officer comes over. Now, this would not be a border control officer. This was some other type of police officer. It was not border control. Took me over, down the steps, went to the private room where they do the red zone checks. And he says, sit right here. Then the boss came up. And the boss came and got me and said, come over, I want to talk to you a bit. I said, okay. I said, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I'm really close on my connection here. He goes, well, we'll make sure you're taken care of when you get home today, and everything will be all right, but we have to have this talk. I said, okay. I said, what do you want to talk about? He goes, how long were you in Ukraine? I said, 5 weeks. What were you doing there? I said, I was helping people. Okay. He goes, well, what does that mean, helping people? I said, helping people that have no food, have no help, have no heat, have no water, helping military that may need gloves or supplies or warm blankets or anything else we can provide to them. He goes, okay. did you see any other Americans there? I said, what? I mean, and it was very respectful. He was a nice guy, and I was being nice. You never get disrespectful in those situations. I said, what do you mean, did I see other Americans there? He goes, did you see other Americans there? I said, no, sir. I said, I had one traveling with me for a few weeks, but he came home. And I said, I saw no Americans there. Well, did you see other foreign nationals there? I said, what do you mean other foreign nationals? You know, people from other nations, Canadians, Europeans. I said, man, no. All I saw was Ukrainians, and I saw myself, and we were helping people. He goes, well, did you do anything with guns and weapons? I said, does holding one count? He goes, are you in the military there? I said, no. I said I was helping them, and we're helping people to win this war. He goes, okay, fair enough. I need your phone number, your home address. I need all of your contact information, and we'll give you a buzz in a week or so. I said, for what? He says, we're trying to keep as much tabs on what's happening in Ukraine as possible. I said, so you knew I had been in Ukraine? He goes, oh, we were waiting on you already to get here. I said, you're kidding me. He goes, no, we want to know what's going on over there. I said, well, who is we? He says, the American government. I said, well, I'm going back in a couple of months. Why don't you go with me? And I wasn't being disrespectful. He goes, you're going back? I said, yeah. He goes, I said, you're invited. He goes, no. He goes, but I'll talk to you when you get back that time too. Now, take it to the next level. I clear that. And Jody calls me, the guy that was with me for 3 weeks. And he says, Greg, I just got a call from the FBI. I said, come on, man. What? I got a call from the FBI. I said, for what? Because they wanted to know if I saw any soldiers in Ukraine, if I did any training of foreign soldiers, if I saw other nationals there. I said, you're kidding me. He said, no, man, I'm not kidding you. I said, Jody, I just had the same experience at the border. Basically, I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm telling you, that's the true story of what happened today. Boston Logan International Airport, and I don't mind sharing it. They made me miss my plane. I'm sitting here for 5 hours looking out this window. But that's the reality. Listen, the bottom line is this, folks. There is a lot going on in this world right now. A lot going on in this war. And we need to be here nightly paying attention to it. We cannot stick our head into the sand. I do not know the depth of everything that's going on, but it's not going to deter me, our team, Pastor Kent, Bethel Life, all of you in this community from continuing to help Ukraine. I was there. I was on the front lines. I saw the needs of humanity. I saw the needs of people. Today, I watch when a humanitarian convoy is destroyed by a Russian missile and dozens and dozens of people are killed who are just trying to help people. And we see party happening in Red Square because of the annexation of the 4 districts or oblasts of Lugansk and Donetsk and Zaparozhia and Kherson. What a joke and what a tragedy. Unacceptable. That's why we will continue. I don't care if I have to miss planes and be questioned by somebody at a border. I'll be glad to talk to you because I've done nothing wrong. And when you watch this video later, sir, because he took my YouTube channel down as well, I said, watch my videos. So, sir, if you're watching this, thank you for your service to our country. And I know you have a job to do, but all we want to do is help people. God bless you. And for sure, you're invited. With that said, why don't we jump over now to what President Zelenskyy said today? We know, huge day with the referendums, the attack in Zaparozhia, and Ukraine asking to be quickly placed into NATO. Folks, we are so close to World War III. It's unbelievable. Here's what President Zelenskyy said.
Українці, українки, ворог розпочав цей день зі свідомого, абсолютно прорахованого вбивства українців в Запоріжжі. Ракетний удар по цивільній автоколоні, станом на цей час 30 загиблих, майже 100 поранених, травмованих. Російські військові знали, куди влучать їхні ракети, це зробили нелюди. Від першого до останнього. Від того, хто дав цей наказ, і до усіх, хто цей наказ виконав. Вони відповідатимуть обов'язково перед законом і перед людьми. Саме тому ми впевнені у нашій перемозі, саме тому ми перебрали ініціативу у війні, саме тому ми зараз досягаємо відчутних результатів на полі битви. І це дуже важливо. Вітаю героїв! Бо ми залишаємось людьми і отримаємо підтримку від людей, від усіх людей світу, від кожного і від кожної, хто відчуває біль, коли дізнається про свідоме вбивство ні в чому не винних людей. В Москві сьогодні відбувся якийсь там черговий, чесно кажучи, фарс. Щось там відзначали, щось там скандували, співали на площі, говорили про Запоріжжя, коли вони самі ж у Запоріжжі влаштували таке. Нелюди. Вічна пам'ять усім загиблим від російських терактів. Україна сьогодні ухвалила рішення на свій захист. Всі вони будуть реалізовані. Рішення Ради національної безпеки і оборони України і ставки. Я вже детально прозвітував сьогодні в день про нашу заявку на вступ у НАТО за пришвидшеною процедурою та про очевидну готовність України до переговорів з Російською Федерацією, але вже з іншим президентом Росії, який розумітиме, що реально відбувається. Будуть застосовані і до тих громадян інших держав, які взяли участь в російському фарсі на окупованій території нашої держави. Псевдореферендуми – це елементи агресії проти суверенної держави. І кожен, хто причетний до організації чи проведення цього фарсу, буде притягнутий до відповідальності. Сьогодні я говорив з прем'єр-міністрами Японії та Данії. Звичайно, вони засудили чергові російські кроки до ескалації. Я дякую їм за підтримку. Дякую всім лідерам держав, партнерам, всім політичним, громадським діячам світу, які вже доволі оперативно висловились на захист України і міжнародного права. Я хочу подякувати особисто президенту Сполучених Штатів Байдену, Конгресу, нашим друзям в Європі і усім, хто вже посилює санкції проти Росії і вже робить потужні кроки для збільшення оборонної та фінансової підтримки України. Ми маємо звільнити всю нашу землю. І це буде найкращий доказ того, що міжнародне право і людські цінності не зламати жодній державі-терористу. І навіть такій знахабнілій, як Росії. Ми маємо суттєві результати на сході нашої країни. Про це вже достатньо публічної інформації. Всі чули, що відбувається в Лимані, Донецької області. Це кроки, які значать для нас дуже багато. І я дякую усім нашим бійцям за реалізацію цього елементу нашого оборонного задуму. Це дуже важливо. Особливо хочу сьогодні відзначити бійців 10-ї окремої гірсько-штурмової бригади і 54-ї окремої механізованої бригади за незмінну хоробрість, за героїзм на Сіверському та Бахмутському напрямках. А також нашим військовослужбовцям 214-го окремого стрілецького батальйону, Сил спеціальних операцій і 103-ї окремої бригади територіальної оборони за звільнення Ямполя. Дякую і підрозділам нашої розвідки ГУРМО, а також Служби безпеки України. Шлях нашої держави складний, шлях зрозумілий. Це шлях незалежності, територіальної цілісності, інтеграції з цивілізованим світом і соціального розвитку. Шлях нашого ворога також абсолютно зрозумілий. Поразка, ганьба і засудження. І ще одне. Щороку, в останній день вересня, Україна відзначає День усиновлення. І це, мені здається, важливий день. Це день особливої шани до тих, чиї серця достатньо великі, щоб дати родинне тепло дітям, які залишились без батьківського піклування. Я дякую сьогодні усім таким українцям, усім таким українкам. Я мрію, що ми прийдемо до такого результату, коли кожна дитинка України відчуватиме родинне тепло, якими б не були обставини життя. Вічна слава нашому прекрасному народу. Вічна слава кожному і кожній, хто бореться за Україну. Працюємо заради одного – перемоги. Слава Україні!
Very, very powerful statements there by President Vladimir Zelenskyy, and direct statements. I was reading through some stuff while working on some preparation for this video tonight, and I'm actually very concerned that we're going to see not only an escalation but an increase in the speed of what's happening. This request to join NATO, which Jens Stoltenberg came out and said, no, this is not automatically going to put Ukraine into NATO. They will have to apply like anyone else. But that will be happening. Secondly, the things that happened in Moscow today, it was not just Vladimir Putin up there making a statement about the annexation of Donetsk, Lugansk, Zaparozhia, and Kherson, but there actually was an incredible celebration there on Red Square. Got a little video in on that, and I want to show that to you right now. Now, how about we take that a step further and not just see people and a guy out there singing a song. What did President Vladimir Putin say today? Listen to about 40 seconds of his declaration, his call for the Russian people.
И преклонение перед их жертвенностью и перед их героизмом. Предлагаю сделать это громко, так, чтобы за 1000 километров они услышали голос Красной площади. Трехкратным «Ура!». Набрали воздуха и по моей команде на счет 3. 1, 2, 3! Ура! Ура! Ура!
Make no mistake about it, for sure this is going to escalate. For sure the pace is going to quicken. Why? Russia doesn't want NATO involved, number one. Secondly, winter is coming. Third, there's quite a bit of egg getting on the face of Russia now as the second most powerful army in the world, having to call on friends like Iran and North Korea to get anything done. The terrorist activity that we've seen today in Zaparozhia with the killing of innocent people, we're going to see this escalated. Even as I'm speaking right now, there are air raid alerts throughout the entire nation of Ukraine. We will see an escalation. We will see a speeding up of this war. And that is why we must keep our nose to the grind, stay on task, supporting everyone doing their part to win this war for Ukraine, not only for Ukraine, but for democracy and freedom. Before we get out of here tonight, I'm getting ready to go catch my last flight home to Pittsburgh. Got a couple of messages in here from Jania tonight. And once again, thank you guys for all that you do. We are a great team together. Let's see what old Jania is saying tonight from Warsaw, Poland.
Okay, a few words about referendum. This sham referendum from Putin, he wanted, it was his plan, and all the world now, it's a challenge for the world. For Ukraine, it's already, we knew it's coming and we are preparing, and it changed nothing for us. For the world, it's a question, will world be silent or just being worried? And I hate it. I think the normal world as well, all the people, and Putin killing our people, Putin he's looking for new ways of explaining why he is killing Ukrainians, the ones who fight for freedom. I think the world society and the countries and the world leaders needs to make everything possible to stop it, to block the whole country, because we don't see thousands of people in Russia fighting against of this war, fighting against of this politic. It means that the whole nation, the Russian nation, stays in unity, because that's it. And it means until that, the whole nation should be blocked. This is my personal opinion. Not just, we condemn, we disagree, it's bad, you have to stop. No, stop dealing with terrorist country. Just stop. Dear friends, why this news is not on all TV stations and the companies who giving us their stuff as a news information? The attack on the humanitarian convoy in Zaparozhia, 30 killed, about 100 wounded by Russian attack, Russian missile. Humanitarian convoy. Attack on the Mykolaiv, on a bus stop, killed people. Attacked on 9th floor building where people died under rubble and ruins. Why it is not on it's just a part of what's going on in Ukraine. Share it. I mean, check me if I'm telling you the truth. If yes, share it with others. Let people know. Hello, friends. As you probably know, we get back from our latest trip, and it was a great time. We were in different places on the south of Ukraine and east side, Donetsk and Nikolaev Oblast. We did a lot of work with you, providing humanitarian help, the aid to people in need in the places where other organizations cannot get, and so on. And we did a lot of good things by helping military guys with the food, with the mats, sleeping mats, sleeping bags, and medical supplies. Thank you for supporting. Without you, it wouldn't be possible. And now it's short time for break, and see you soon. Hi.
There you go, guys. Some random thoughts there from Zhenya. I may even got one or two out of order. We're pushed on time now as he was popping them into me here just a few minutes before I head to my gate tonight to get home. So there you have it. But those are his thoughts. And consider yourself fully updated for today, day 219. Now remember, unless something crazy happens, which crazy happens every day, we're going to rest up a couple of days for Saturday and Sunday, and we will be back on Monday, day 222. Now, if you get a notification for something on day 220 or 221, pop in there because it's going to be something interesting. But if not, we will see you guys all Monday night, day 222, going fully live. Be blessed. Peace to you. Peace to Ukraine.